Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank, you are listening, caring partner.
There is only one success: to be able to dictate your life your way. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. And with us we have Kezi Mokiri. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Kezi, you're from Zuri Events.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Zuri Events.
Zuri Events is a company registered in Kenya. We do event management, event planning, with a bias to corporate event management. We plan meetings and seminars for corporate organizations in Kenya. We plan annual general meetings. We plan exhibitions and conferences. And we generally put the event together for the client.
You have a little secret. This is not where your story begins, isn't it? Tell us what you were before your business started.
I am a lawyer by training. Right. So I practiced law. I was a litigation lawyer, the corridors of justice for a few years before the entrepreneurial bug hit me, and I launched into business in 2007.
Why particularly you went for event management?
In the period after I resigned and left my job, I had this notion in mind that tents. Initially, it presented itself to me as tents. So something in mind. I didn't know, should I sell tents or, am I supposed to hire tents? So I began my research in the area, began researching the events industry in Kenya. Back then, it was largely about supplies.
So what makes yours different?
We supply those things, or we hire those things to clients. But what puts Zuri Events apart from the rest is that we go the extra mile. We actually create the concept for the client, or we work together with the client to create their concept. Sometimes what we do is sit with the client, and for the corporate, sometimes just have a meeting with their marketing team and try and understand what's the objective of the event. What it is do you want to achieve from that event? Then we work backwards. We will help them create a concept, do the event marketing, which is shouting out there about a certain event, the PR aspect of that event, the branding aspect of that event. We will understand what are your colors, what do you want the world to see as you stage that event.
Coming from the law world, and here you are doing all these other things that are so different, what kind of preparation did you require so that you can cope in this other world?
Information, research. I went all out, trying to find what does the market currently have. Market research, analyzing the Kenyan market at that time, and then looking beyond the borders, seeing what kind of an event company, an event management company do I want to create. So I began to look outside, get information, did my research, understanding what do the corporate organizations want. Even when we do weddings, social events, which account for about 30% of our business, we research to find out what do the couples want.
What is the reaction to the people around you? I mean, you've just left this wonderful career. It's a dream career for a lot of people. And here you are talking about tents. Yes. What was the reaction?
My colleagues at the law firm were not amused. There are those who much later told me, Kezi, we thought you were crazy. You had a promising career. Having done my master's in international relations, a lot of people felt I could be anything I wanted to be. And I believed them. I could be anything I wanted to be. And I wanted to do business. And the reaction from my family, some people felt I had wasted an opportunity. Of course, a lot were wondering, where is the value for money? You went to school, studied law, where is the value for money?
And now you're definitely a part of Vision 2030, creating employment.
Definitely.
How many people are you hiring?
We have 8 permanent staff, and we work with contract staff. At any point, we have between 6 and 20, depending on the level of engagement.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've talked about you supply tents and chairs and tables, cutlery, so many things. Do you outsource, or do you have to purchase these things?
We actually have nearly everything you will need for an event. We have them in our stores.
You bought them and keep them, you store them.
We bought the tents, we've got the chairs, we've got tables, linen, lighting, carpets, we've got cutlery.
Is storage a problem?
We had the model where we could actually hire and service the event. But we wanted to determine the quality of the product that we give to our client from the back end. Such that when I tell you, I'll do, for example, you're putting together a seminar, I tell you we will bring in the linen in this color, it will come in at this time, because competence, professionalism, and excellent customer service are the foundation of our business. We decided that our model of business would be that we would do backward integration. We would have everything that the clients require to set up the event.
So that obviously was, capital intensive.
It was capital intensive.
So how did you prepare for that?
Financing was a challenge. It still is a challenge for us at Zuri Events, and I believe for a lot of young businesses in Kenya. For us, it was sourcing shareholders, shareholding the shareholders' input. My husband and I trying to squeeze every little penny that we had, and that seed money was everything that we had. We put it in there.
How many events, for example, can you handle as a company? If 4 of us come to you, can you manage that, or you send us off to someone else?
We can manage up to 1,500 people at any one time. One of the policies we have for weddings, you'll be surprised. We don't even do 2 per weekend. We don't. We only do 1. And that has been a huge selling point for us.
So what have been some of your highlights in this business walk?
Highlights. Like I said, my employees, I love those people. Just the fact that we have been able to put out their apparel and pay these people and pay them comfortably and see them excel. They are raising up children and taking them to school and meeting their own expenses. I'm happy about that.
Kathy, we have to take a break, but when we come back, please share with us about some of your pillars that have made you grow in your business. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business.
Equity Bank has made paying taxes easier and more convenient for you. With your eSlip from KRA, you can now pay your taxes at any Equity branch countrywide. Take advantage of our extensive network of branches across the country to pay your taxes today.
Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. And we've been talking to Kezi Mokiri from Zuri Events. And you've been telling us about your growth process. Could you tell us a few of your pillars of growth?
The main one for me is passion. I don't think you will succeed to go too far if you don't have passion for what you're doing. Number 2 is teamwork. We have taken time as a company to develop and bond our team. Next one, I think, is developing systems and procedures for the business. We created a corporate governance structure, corporate identity. We have systems and processes for the business. There is the way we develop our accounts, do our accounts, we comply with whatever regulations and laws are there for us to comply with.
Where do you get that information to help you establish those systems?
I got in a consultant at some point to just come and put order to this dream. Just put order in the mess. And we came up with a HR policy, how we are going to recruit, what are we looking for when we recruit, how we are going to do our accounting systems, how we are going to do everything that needs to be done, even our processes within the office.
Having that level of growth, what are the main challenges? The main challenges that you've had to overcome?
Basically, something I would call the challenge of growth. When every business is on a steep curve, unless that growth is restrained and structured, you can go off on a tangent so that you no longer know what you're doing, and there's all these many ideas cropping up. For us, what we had to do is actually clarify the vision. What do we want to do and how are we going to do it? So that we understand we cannot be everything in the market, but the one thing we choose to do, we'll do it well.
What are your biggest lessons that you've learned?
Anything you set out to do, if you believe in it, you can achieve it. And another lesson, if I set out to do something, I will do it well. It doesn't matter how small the client or the prospective client is, we do it well. The lesson we have learned is the small events, we will do them with the same passion and zeal as we do the very large conferences that we handle.
During the break, you told me about mentorship.
Yes.
You had somebody who mentored you.
Yes.
How did you get them?
Is somebody I knew because they had offered me a service. They actually had supplied tents at my wedding. And 1 year after they supplied the service, I called her and said, you know what, there's this idea running in my mind. Would you help me figure out what that industry is all about? And I think to her honor, she actually stood up to the challenge and held my hand and actually showed me what it would take to put together the dream I had.
How do you reach your clients? What's your marketing strategy, for example? Because I imagine this is a market that, there are a lot of competitors in this world of events. So how do you get your clients?
We do a lot of direct targeting. Target a client, talk to them, send a proposal. We are online, on social media. We have a website running. We have a marketing team that is on the ground. But most especially, our work speaks for us.
What's your vision in terms of your company? Where are you taking this company?
Our vision is to be the preferred corporate event solution provider in East Africa. Our clients are largely in the financial sector, in the banking sector. We have a few blue chip companies who are on our client database. And our clients, a lot of them have gone regional. We now have to take the service to them in Rwanda, in Tanzania. One of them is actually gone into Burundi. So we have a challenge on our hands. We envision a situation where in another 5-6 years, Zuri will be regional.
You have such an exciting story, Kezi. We wish you all the best. You're definitely on the right track. And, what's your parting shot? Advice, talk to us.
Whatever you get your hands to do it with all the passion that you've got. Do it professionally. Get all the advice, all the resources there is to do what it is you're doing. Do it professionally. Offer a service.
So whatever we do, do it well.
Do it well.
It doesn't matter what size your client is.
You do it well. You'll never know.
Thank you so much, Kezi. We wish you all the best. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. And remember, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. Until next week, God bless.
road to success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.